Hey, we are live. This is Mongoose Long. I'm actually here because I think I'm gonna release some footage tonight. So thank you for those who participated and also had the opportunity to like, share my YouTube page. If you haven't already, you're here and you haven't already, please do like and share. If you're here, also be friendly, say hi. I'm pretty interactive. Tonight, I'm going to be releasing two of the tracks from the concert. There's quite a bit that I learned about these tracks in making them. Some of the challenges and some of the really cool things I found. And so since our last meeting, I put out the little teaser video, and you may have seen it. I put together a clip of Kule Ku's performance, which, in my opinion, was probably the most energetic performance of the night, just for that little tiny portion of it. It was really lit, on fire, lots of energy. If you're here, please say hi. And again, if you've seen that video, comment below and let me know what you thought of it. If you haven't seen it yet, then go ahead and take a look at it. You can find it on my Facebook page or on the Mongoose page. Again, if you ever see this here, know that if I hand this to you, it means you're going to be in one of the videos or whatever I'm filming at that particular time. So tonight I will be showing two videos. One, little backstory. I didn't know which ones to work on first. Obviously, I worked on Kule Ku's, if you've seen that already. At the very end of my last video on YouTube, I put in about maybe a minute of his performance of his song High Lows, and then I asked, if anybody wanted to see the videos in a certain order, and I think it was CISO that said he wanted to see either David or Chenning, and then so I asked again, who in particular, and I think someone said Chenning. So tonight I'm going to show Chenning first, and then I'll show David's video, and they're both really good footage. It was a little crazy because David does something that's really good for the concert, but from a recording perspective, it gets really hard because what he does is he asks the DJ or the engineer to turn the volume up, which was really good. It was very nice, loud, hyped up the crowd completely. But what happens is that then it starts overloading the system, and he turns up the volume, but he doesn't turn up David's mic volume, and the volume becomes a little bit difficult to control. And then towards the middle of that song, you'll see I have some equipment failure, and I don't get the last of the song, but lots of energy. And I actually missed the beginning of his next song too, because I have to actually walk across across the backside around the stage, around the front of the stage to where the engineer is to restart some of my gear. All right, lots of people there. No one saying hi. Without further ado, let's take a look at this quick video here. So first, I'm gonna show Chenning. This is oh gosh, I already forgot the title of the song. Let me get it really quick. Oh, okay. Yo Nichibo Taki. And so it's a really beautiful song. And you can kind of hear the crowd singing along with it. And without further ado, here we go.
Let's go. If you know the song, sing along, please. someone 참 너를 들어다가 이샤무
Huh? Oops, did I stop it?
Let's go. If you know the song, sing along, please.
Okay, so somehow I stopped it. All right, I apologize. I stopped it in the middle of it. But that was Chenning's clip. I'll play it again in a couple of minutes. I'll play it towards the end of this cast. Sorry, I didn't know that I could. I was curious as to see if anyone was chatting, and I clicked off the chat and it stopped the video. I'm sorry, I didn't know. But initial reflections on Chenning. I've heard about Chenning. I don't know. I'm not super into the Hmong music scene. I am aware of singers and whatnot in general, but I don't know singers in general. But that being said, my just initial reaction to Chenning, he's got a great voice. Um, that boy can sing because if you listen to his voice, the inflections and the emotion he puts in it, it's so good, and you can see it reflected in the crowd. Um, in my first video about OYO and Circle 18, I'm sorry, I initially said it was an OYO concert. It's technically, I guess, a OYO and Circle 18 concert, Thanksgiving Bash. But when I initially heard Chenning's voice, his voice was just absolutely amazing. Sounds even better live, in my opinion. Um, but the composition of the song was really good. He's got great stage presence. Tell me what you guys think about Chenning. Um, that being said, let's take a look at our second clip. So Show requested that we see David Yang. So the first two clips that I'm showing are Chenning and David Yang. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to round robin a little bit because there are a couple other. Yeah, I agree. My says that he has a great voice. He absolutely does have a great voice. But I think I'm going to round robin. When I released the RMF footage of the concert, I showed a little bit of all the major headline, or I released the headliners right away. In the case of this concert, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release them one by artist, and so you should see one of every artist's song before we move on forward. That way, everyone gets good exposure. And so let's see here. Any comments? Feel free to say hi. Let's see here. Yeah, so if you're here, feel free to say hi. And let's move on to the David Yang one. Okay, so David Yang's, if you're here and you just came into this live session, I'm talking about the Circle 18 OYO concert footage. I went out and I recorded some of the songs. Trey was kind enough to allow me access onto their venue and to freely record, more or less. And I had a great time. Oh, you know what's really cool? I got the opportunity to go backstage and meet some of the guys, meet all the guys. If you look at, I should have loaded my other video so you guys could also view it. But I met Chenning and David also in the back, really chill guys. When we went back into the little trailer in the back, they were still in the process of pumping themselves up right before the meet and greet. But they're both really chill guys. I didn't get a chance to have like a really in-depth conversation with either of them. It was a group of maybe like 8 of us in there, just kind of chatting about music and whatnot. Um, but they're both really really down to earth guys too. So let's take a look at David's footage. Oh, this is David's song Go Mong America that he writes with Pong Vang. I didn't know much about the song other than that it was written quite a while ago. I think 2015. It sounds really really good live. But in the middle of the foot and the beginning of the footage, what you'll see is David will ask the engineer to turn up the volume, which had a really good effect on the audience. However, what it also does is he boosts up the volume of the track, but doesn't boost up David's mic. And so what you'll see is that the audio will be disproportionately louder of the track than David's voice, which you can hear his voice, but you can tell, oh, that's not nearly as loud as his as the background track, but still cool. And then at the end, and then halfway through, I apologize. My equipment stopped working. I think probably what happened because David was towards the end. I think what happened from what I call is that I have 2 memory cards in my camera, and the first memory card ran out at that point, so I had to stop filming. Okay, here we go. Actually, let's see here. Okay, here we go.
When I say one, y'all say love. One. I fuck with y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, turn my music up, bro. Turn my music up. Turn it all the way up. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all ready? I want to hear all y'all sing this shit with me. Hey. I know you guys. Hey, let's top down and I take one through. Check on you, babe. When I make that Xiong, pick up the shore, you're in the shore. Oh, do you cheat on my girl? Don't be too shy, got your back and leave them lucky. Do you cheat out over to her when she this ain't no game? I got you. It's no problem. Guess I thought that you would know. So you're gonna do it yourself to be my own. Go on the minute. You had a bad experience.
And that's all I got. That's when my camera shut off and I had to swap out the memory cards or rearrange the recording priority. But that was actually David's intro. During the intro, he hyped up the crowd. I didn't show any of the footage, and I won't show that part of the footage because he uses some choice words that I didn't want to put on my site because he used in that clip you see choice words too, but I wouldn't be able to put it up in good conscience and having my kids watch it with those choice words. But that being said, lots of energy. David definitely is a great performer. He's super talented. Girl Shiny said, and G Shiny says hi, nice to meet you. Where you from? But he's super talented, chill guy. He gets a lot of interesting press and a lot of interesting coverage. But I don't have anything negative to say about the guy. Really, I found out he's a Paradise fan. But that being said, before I forget, if you're here and you're watching and you like what I'm doing and you want to support it, do me a huge favor. Subscribe, share. Probably the most important thing you can do is, besides subscribing, is sharing. Because I really need to expand the reach of this. I do love doing this. I see it as charity work. People might not say it's not charity work. Yeah, I get views on it on YouTube. I do want to eventually monetize. However, the pay is nothing. Really, I just do it because I enjoy it, and I do it also because I like to pay things forward. When I was in Paradise, I really wish there was someone that recorded our our concerts, our footage. There is footage. I'll show you guys footage too. But I really wish that we had footage, but we don't. And so this is what I want to do for these artists. And I'll be honest, as much as the fans want to see it, I guarantee you, the artists want to see it. Because you as an artist, you always want to see yourself on stage. Um, if you look at those videos, you'll see a lot of people with cell phones and they're recording it. So when I was doing that, I got momentarily depressed because I was like sad. I won't say depressed, but I got momentarily sad because I was there. I was like, oh my gosh, why am I recording this? Everyone else is already recording this, but they're going live. And then it occurred to me, well, that's because, well, that's fine, but there's one reason why I'll never go live at a concert because the quality is not good. And the number one thing that I'm interested in doing for myself, doing for the fans, and doing it for the artists is I want to record what they're doing in high quality, and so that they can have it as a keepsake. And um, and again, I don't charge for this. I don't think I'll ever charge for it unless the specific promoter wants something specific. But I do this because I love it, and I'm not the best at it, but I make the argument I'm not the worst. Also, oh hi Trish, how are you? Trish says, how does it feel to be on the other side of a concert? Do artists know who you are? Do you introduce yourself as long hair former Paradise member? I try not to. And so it actually feels great going to a concert and not being a part of the concert. I haven't done that, and it felt great. The first, I would say, big concert that I went to, Dang's here. Hi Dang, how are you? Dang was there too. Dang's one of the artists. But the actually Dang, Dang, the first concert that I went to outside of being like in a band setting was actually your concert, Dang, where it was at the church in Fresno, out in Dakota, I think in Blackstone or Fresno or First, one of those streets. But I got to go and just enjoy it. I got to just relax, get a couple drinks, meet people. To answer your question, Trish, it feels great to be on the other side. I'll be honest, I don't miss it. I really don't miss it, because when you're in a band and you're a public person, there's a stigma to it. You know, I'm unfortunately a little selfish because I want to be in a. I'm a musician. I want to be on a band, um, but I don't want the attention. That's the thing. You want the freedom to go as you wish, but back in the '90s when we were still in Paradise, you had to present yourself properly wherever you went, and so. But it was really good because going to the concert, I got to see the setup. I knew exactly what was going on. I could tell you how good a person was or how good they weren't based upon what they were doing. Um, I could see some of the mistakes that some of the artists were making as they were setting up. Um, I could also see, whether how good the engineer was. So it was good to see it, but I don't miss the stress at all of being in a band of setup because it's so stressful. And a concert as such, as this concert, it's not. I don't consider it stressful at all because they don't even have instruments. Well, they have some. They have two guitars, but when it's just a track playing, then it's not stressful. But when you involve instruments and having to do like a very detailed sound checks, it gets really stressful. It doesn't it ruins your day. It ruins your day, but I don't mess it. I don't miss that at all. I actually don't miss the stage at all either. Um, I enjoy it as a fan, but I will be honest. As much of a rush as you guys get as an audience member, that's like but a fraction of what the artist gets on stage. Um, do artists know who I am? Generally, yeah, they do. I didn't think they would. It got to the point. So I was there trying to film footage. It got to the point where I decided that, oh, okay, I need to just cover my face and not be seen because I wanted footage, but I didn't want to be seen because people would stop me and say, hey, you're here, come get a picture. I was like, no, I'm not here for a picture. I'm here just to record video because that's what I wanted to do. I want to go around and just experience things. Do I introduce myself as long hair? I introduce myself as long hair of mongoose, and if it's necessary, then I mention Paradise. But I prefer not to. Not everyone recognizes me, but a lot of people do, surprisingly. Let's see here. Dang, yep, Dang remembers it. Okay. So that being said, if you're here and you're here late and you want to see the Chenning video, oh, by the way, everything will go live in about an hour on my YouTube page. These clips are not 4K images. They're actually 1080 because Restream doesn't allow me to put up big files. It limits the video to 300 megabytes. 300 megabytes. Oh, wait, or yeah, 300 megabytes. And so I can't put high quality images up. But unlike the last live, I actually can put up images with audio. So thank you, Trish, for the question. Trish is a good friend, longtime friend from previously Chicago. I'm not sure if she's still from Chicago. But if you're here and you want to see the Chenning video because you missed it, comment below so I know. Otherwise I won't show it. Because if everyone's seen it, then why show it again? Unless people want to see it again. I guess two questions. Number one, did you miss it and you want to see it? Or and number two, do you want to see it again? I guess. Again, if it's going to be an interesting, I'm trying to start a trend with myself. I don't know if others will do it, but I'm going to start filming around the community and whatnot, concerts. If I'll film at any concert that allows me to. But that being said, here, if I ever hand you this at a concert or at a venue or a public outing of a Hmong sort, this is, I guess it's a QR code. You just scan it. It takes you to the front of my YouTube page. And hopefully by that time, I'll have the video up. And if I give this to you, it's probably because I recorded you. And if I recorded you, then the intention is that you're probably going to be in the video. So if you get this for sure, unless there's something wrong with the footage I took, or unless someone says take that down, don't put that up, then you'll probably be in the video. So you'll see a lot more of this. And that's my nifty little new logo, Mongoose. Otherwise, let me show the Chenning video and we'll kind of go from there. Let's see here one more time, the Chenning video. Oh gosh, my memory is so poor. Yonuchi Motaki, that's the name of his song, and it's a beautiful, beautiful song. There's something that he does that I have mixed feelings about. I thought we stopped doing this in the 80s, but people were handing out money. Mixed feelings about handing performers money. Trisha, still in Illinois, very good. Okay, let's check it out. Chenning, he's young. I think he's in his early 20s. Super talented, great voice. Not like David Yang's voice, slightly different. They both do kind of R&B, but he has definitely has a different texture to his voice.
Let's go. If you know the song, sing along, please.
So that was a Chenning video, super talented. As he's walking to the right, you can really see that part of the song where his voice really comes out. So beautiful, so smooth, so buttery. He's kind of a little bit more nasally than David. Um, is Dang still there? Dang, are you still here? Dang, if you're still here, so Dang, obviously everyone knows who Dang Tao is. Dang, if you're here, what did you think of the taking of money? Did you take any money? Well, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna look at your footage anyways. I'm gonna see if you take the money. But Dang, what did you think about the money? Yeah, Dang, you're here. What did you think about taking the money? I wish, Dang, I wish I could just add you. Let's see here. I wonder if I could just add you. Dang, you want to come live? Let's see here. I don't even know how to do it. I shouldn't even bother. Hey, Dang, next time if you're here, because you're on Facebook, I wonder if I could just add you and you would just go live together randomly. Um, hmm. Nah, we won't do it. Nah, it's okay. Dang, what did you think of the money? Handing out money. I've never like in all my years of Paradise, I've never seen fans hand anyone money. I thought that that was always kind of like that at Hmong OG events where they would hang out Mon Rose, Monia, money. I haven't seen money in a long time, and I think they were mostly like lower end bills. Dang, did you receive any money, and what do you think? What do you think on that matter? But let's see if Dang replies. But um, Dang was awesome too. Dang, because you're here, I think what I'll do, I was just gonna start from the top from Chi, and then show, you know, footage of the artist in order. But since you're here, Dang, and you said hi, I'll work on yours next. I'll work on yours, and then if no other artist request, and then I'll just go straight up to Chi. Um, so, okay, so that's Chenning, really cool guy. And again, I don't get paid for this. I actually don't want to get paid for this. I think the most important thing for me at this point, more valuable than trading money, is actually just trading word of mouth and getting to know people. I've met so many great people within the last couple of days that that's been invaluable in itself. Will I ever charge for doing something like this? Probably not. Thanks. I'm fine with that. I look at it as they just showing love and support. Yeah, I agree. That's absolutely true. I agree. But I love going to these concerts. I love filming. It's such a great experience. You get to, the video is like the flip side of music. In music, you hear something in your head, and the object of creating music is you're trying to make other people hear that music through your voice and through your instrumentation and through playing. In video, you try to capture it, and then you add the music, which is even more powerful. And so that's why I like music, and that's also why I really really like filming, because you can capture stuff. And a lot of people, we take for granted that, especially artists, we don't get to see ourselves very much. Um, so that being said, let me show the David Yang footage one more time. If anyone wants to say hi or any questions or any comments, feel free to say hi. If you don't know already, if you haven't figured it out, generally people want stuff. If I can give it to them, I'll give it to them. If I ask for a question and people answer, then especially if it's a question of advice of what people want, then I'd rather give it to them. And so don't be shy. I'll probably stop doing it when there are so many comments that I can't read them in time. Um, I gave a I gave an artist a rose once, not at a party, but at a tournament. Yeah, super cool, super cool. Okay, hope it wasn't me, because I have a bad memory. I have the worst memory, Trish. That being said, let's take a look at the David Yang footage. If you haven't already, do me a huge, huge favor. Just take 1 second of your time, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, or hit the share, because it means so much to me. I'm trying to grow the channel so I can do more. It's kind of 你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，你，I really don't know if it's something that people want to see, or people, or am I just blindly putting stuff out? I'll put out stuff like with my family because that's what I want to do. But like stuff like this, are people even interested? Are people offended by it? I figure that this party only 500 people went to, so maybe another 5,000 or so may want to see it. And so hopefully it's beneficial. But the only way people can really communicate that back to me is either view it, but they can really directly communicate that back by subscribing, sharing, And if you have a sec, take a moment and do that, especially if you're here viewing this. Let's look at the David Yang clip. It's only like a minute and a half. Again, my memory card runs out, and I have to swap it. And then small technical difficulties with the audio, but overall very good. Lots of energy. There you go.
When I say one, y'all say love. One. I fuck with y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, turn my music up, bro. Turn my music up. Turn it all the way up.
David Yang is so talented. He's super talented, and that's unfortunately that's all I got. A quick reflection before I forget. When I was filming this stuff, I wasn't sure if I should film it. I think that eventually, if not already, I think that eventually I'll probably offend an artist somewhere. Maybe they don't want their footage to be seen, or maybe they there's a reason why people pay to see shows. It's because there's a reason why they don't generally let you film, but our community's tiny. And at the same time, I thought that maybe Jamo, to artists, that maybe they think that, oh man, you can't show my footage because that's kind of taking the privilege of the footage away. But when you look at the footage, I thought about it. I said, well, that's partially that's true. But when you look at it, everybody's going live. Like, I mean, you look at that little tiny clip. That's just a little, maybe like a 10-foot by 8-foot section of, or maybe 30-foot by 8-foot section of the crowd. And every sneaking buddy's got a cell phone out, so I might as well take out my camera too and shoot it in high quality. At least the artists will appreciate it more, which we didn't have at the time when we were playing. And so again, thank you for coming tonight. I think I might try to do a regular Sunday evening cast, and if I don't have anything to show, then I'm probably just gonna work in my studio and I'll show you what I'm working on. I am working on music, that's for sure. Pretty good music too, because the songwriting process is a lot easier than it was 20 years ago, and I could do a whole lot more, and it's super fun, especially with Black Friday just passing and a lot of things went on sale. And so again, watch out for coming tonight, and have a great night, have a great week. I might go live again during the weeks spontaneously. Maybe I'll start coming live Sundays at 8. Let me know what you think. Say hi, be friendly, ask things, question things, and love one another, and have a great, blessed week. Shinjidwa.